dressed like that. There's a saying in golf, all the gear, no idea. He's got it. That man's got it.
He's crashed into the World Top 16 with some great performances on the circuit recently.
He really is. And he was a semi-finalist of the UK Open, but it takes a superb performance to beat Peter Wright nowadays. And he come a cropper against Phil Taylor in the recent Players' Championship, only because Phil Taylor played superbly well.
Can Joe Cullen produce that superb performance? Because it's his 4th successive World Championship appearance. We expected big things from him when he launched his pro career.
Well, Joe Cullen has got the game, there's no doubt about that. But what he hasn't got, and he hasn't shown for a long, long time, is the consistency. It's OK playing great, going out 11, 12 darts, but that might only win a leg or 2 legs. You've got to play well all the time in these kind of matches. If you go off the boil, you've got to limit the damage. But the thing is with Peter Wright right now is that if you go off the boil for 1 or 2 shots, it will cost you the set. He is that good.
OK, commentators Rod Harrington and Rod Studd.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks, Wayne.
140.
Fancy dress is de rigueur at the Alexandra Palace. What on earth has Peter Wright come as? And to think, Rodney, there was a day back in the late 90s when it was considered groundbreaking in terms of dress when you turned up in a tie and a waistcoat.
It certainly was, Rodders. To say that is colourful is an understatement.
97.
And as Wayne said, this guy can throw darts, and if you're going up looking like that, you have got to be able to throw darts. But Joe Cullen, he is no mug on this dartboard. A good young player, got plenty of bottle. Well, there's the wife and the daughter all coloured up with him.
Yeah, wife Jo is an expert hairdresser. She is responsible.
100.
What's vaguely reminiscent of the tinsel on the Christmas tree on the top of Peter Wright's bonds.
59. PG require 164.
All right, already got a nice lead in this first leg. Just want to get this first leg under your belt, take the double out. And that's a perfect setup. And if he comes back and takes a double top out pretty cleanly, then certainly start his World Championship with a brilliant leg.
24.
Well, it would be in 13 darts, and it is in 13 darts.
Peter Wright. Second leg Joe to Rovers.
Well, Peter Wright,
58.
she said, Rodder's got off with a nice 13 dart leg, and that really does settle you down. It doesn't matter what you do in that practice room, when you get on this big stage in front of this massive crowd, that's when you've got to find out if it's working or not. And certainly, well, Devon Peterson, a good friend of Joe's.
Good to see Devon Peterson back at the Alexandra Palace. Yeah, big mates, darting buddies with Joe Cullen. The popular South African plays Monday in the prelim round against Mohamed Latif Sapub. He's had problems with injury and all sorts, hasn't he, Devon? And it will be terrific to see him strutting his stuff again.
Yeah, he had a bout of dartitis, and he's done extremely well to come back after that. The other guy I remember is Mark Walsh. So it'll be interesting, and who can forget Devon having a bit of a jig with the girls on the stage. Maybe he'll be jigging on Monday. We'll have to see. But at the moment, the rock star, Joe Cullen,
46.
a little bit inconsistent. But, you can't let Peter Wright in, because 3 darts can turn a leg around as easy as anything.
When Peter Wright arrived at the Alexandra Palace this time last year, he was ranked number 26 in the world. He's now 10 spots higher. Rapid riser in the ranks. Wants to put some pressure on this 71.
That's what he needs to do. He knows that Cullen may only get 1 dart at the double. And that's what he's done, so the 13s are the route. Well, he's going to get 2 darts at double 16, and Cullen takes the dart out, the double 16. One leg apiece. And certainly, doubles are no problem, just a little bit consistency on that treble for Cullen. Certainly Wright. The one thing that Peter Wright has been very good at the last year especially As Wayne said, he's been hard to beat, but that's because he doesn't give his throw away too easy. He stays very focused and very solid when he's throwing first.
139.
Certain similarity. Goodness knows what Peter Wright might have in store for us over the Christmas period if he keeps on winning, Rodney.
58.
There are some horrific possibilities.
If it gets more colourful than that, we are in for a treat.
41.
See Joey Cullen. Yeah, good solid throw, head nice and still. Right, having to come down at the bottom. The players now, that's great darts from Peter Wright. From over 300, they're looking to fire off 3 darts and leave a shot. The 170. So he's left the 132. Well, he doesn't have to go for the full 25 because Cullen not on a shot, so he should still stay on that treble 20. That's exactly what he's done. Just needs to hit a nice straight ton.
100.
Lead double 16. Wanted the lot to leave top, so right here
100.
to regain the lead in this opening set. 2 legs to 1. The green bit, middle of the green bit. Yeah, Peter Wright has rattled a few cages here on the big stage here at the Alexandra Palace over the last couple of years. He's twice lost to Michael van Gerwen, but twice had him rattled. Phil Taylor took him out 1 year, but there was a period midway through that match when Phil Taylor was under the cosh a little bit from Peter Wright. He's getting better, he's getting more experienced, and one of these days, Rod, he'll take out one of these big players on the big stage, won't he?
Well, I know it weren't the very big stage, but in Eindhoven, Peter Wright come up, dancing and the singing, getting the crowd going. You know, in Barney's back garden, to be quite honest, and then goes on and beats Barney. Took out a 164 and turned round right in Barney's face, and I thought, well, if you're going to do that, you've got to be able to play the game, and certainly he did that day. And to be fair to him, he's carried it on, and there are players that you say are solid and you don't beat them playing badly, and now Wright is in that category along with the Hamiltons and those sort of players.
Well, if things go according to the seeding, he would play Phil Taylor in the round of 16. Phil Taylor coming up next here at the Ali Pali.
Yes, it's going to be interesting to see what sort of form Phil Taylor is on. He's been playing absolutely brilliant over the last year. Only lost 2 finals. Van Gerwen in the Premier League, and then Van Gerwen again in the Players' Championships. Well, again, we see Peter Wright set the shot up absolutely perfectly. On the verge of winning this first set, but the treble 17 now. Double 18 to stay in this first set. Absolutely brilliant darts from the young man, Joe Cullen, the rock star. Certainly, that was rock star darts.
Wasn't it just?
That's where Peter Wright has improved. You know, he's left a double to win the first set. You're thinking, right, I've got the first set. Your opponent takes out a big shot. It's so easy then to go up, lose your focus a bit. This is where Peter Wright is learning the game. He comes back with a nice 140, and that's showing a bit of experience.
100.
Well, Joe Cullen has not won a game at Alexandra Palace yet. He's on his 4th visit here. He's been bundled out in the first round 3 times running. His last 2 trips to North London have ended in 3-0 whitewashes. That 147 checkout has kept him in this first set, but for how long?
100.
Well, he's going to need a maximum, isn't he? Oh, that's a great dart. There's plenty of room. Oh, look how room. He's coming down the bottom. I said he needed a maximum, and that's as good as from Cullen. Put him back now. Who can go out in 6 darts from here? Wright's going to get the first. attempt.
97.
Well, he almost teed up 24 like he did in the last leg. This time he's got nothing to worry about as far as Cullen checking out is concerned just yet. But he's going to have to get rid of this 64 one feels, Rodney.
He requires 64.
A lot of players would have gone 25 with his last start. That would have left him 59. That guaranteed him 2 darts and a double. This way, he only gets the 1 dart, the double. The first 2 legs he hit were clinically done with the first dart. Now a chance here for Cullen.
Got to hit treble 15 now, and he hasn't. Big mistake that, Rod. Big mistake to miss the big 18. So Peter Wright now has got 3 more in the locker at double 8 to take the opening set on the opening night here at Alexandra Palace. Peter Wright averaging 9 on 100. The colourful character from Lowestoft has the first leg and the first set in his pocket. He leads Joe Cullen 1-0.